Good afternoon and welcome to Coach's Corner. Today we have Susquehanna men's lacrosse coach Stewart Moan. How are you today, Stewart?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Thanks. All right, so you guys have had quite a successful start to this season. You're currently 6-1 with your only loss coming at home to Franklin and Marshall. What's been the main reason for your success so far in this young season?
Well, I think our season so far has been about a team effort, and we've had some injuries, and we've always had that next man step up and take his place, and not lower our expectations or our goals because of some setbacks. And I think that always shows the character of our team, that we're going to go and we're going to work real hard to be successful no matter what obstacles come in our way.
All right. So if you don't mind if we talk about that loss to Franklin and Marshall, what went wrong exactly in that game, and what have you guys done differently to rebound from it?
Well, I think that was a good game. We came out, they scored 4 goals in the first 8 minutes of the game. We won the last 52 minutes of the game. We'd had some success as well. They just got off to a bad start. We were starting a freshman goalie, was inexperienced. We have a great defense in front of them. And that was, I think our first game was losing a significant starter who had got off to a great start. He scored 4 goals in the first game, 4 goals in the second, and hasn't played since. So we were trying to find some new pieces to our offense. Defensively, played well enough to win, so we're trying to find those pieces. And so that game, we play a quality opponent like that. They're going to take advantage of some of the new faces in there and the inexperienced players who are gaining experience, and that paid off for us, as the season goes on. So when you play college across this level, every experience matters, so you take out of it what you take out of it what you can get out of it, and move forward. But it was a good game and a quality opponent, and I don't think we did anything wrong. We just played against a real good team who we fought back. We cut it to a 1-goal game late in the fourth quarter with plenty of time to play, and they finished the game, and we didn't. And again, a learning experience. When we get in that situation again, maybe we can learn from that and finish that game off a little better in our favor.
All right. So you guys have been very successful offensively. This year you've outscored your opponents overall 86-45, and you're averaging 13 more shots per game than your opponents. What's been the catalyst behind that? Well,
I think the biggest catalyst is we have a new offensive coordinator, Kyle Gallagher, who I brought in, who's done a terrific job with our offense. And so we've done some new things, and he's made a great impact. So the combination of that and offensive players just working hard on being open-minded, being a sponge, listening to the new things that we've had developed. We definitely put some new things in. I felt we needed that. And we've been a very strong defensive team. And I think Coach Gallagher has done a great job of putting people in positions where they can be successful. And so that's made a big impact in our offense, generating more offense, more offensive time, more offensive shots. Usually turns out to more offensive goals. We have some great players in there who are, again, really team-oriented. A lot of our goals are assisted. We're not just a one-man show and 5 guys standing around looking at one guy dodge. So we move the ball around. We're working hard and as a coordinated offense and play very unselfishly. And so I think we're a hard team to scout because we have a lot of people to offense contribute. It's not just a 1 or 2-man show.
All right. So the last game you guys played, you guys defeated Wilkes 24-5, and it was the highest scoring game that you've had under your tenancy. You had strong performances by both of your goalies because you had your starter and a freshman come in later in the game. Would you say that game was more impressive from an offensive standpoint or defensive standpoint?
I think that game was impressive for a go out and get experience standpoint. We got to play a lot of people in the bottom half of our roster who will grow into starters for us down the road, and got them a chance to get in a game. So we had some different people contribute on the offensive end of the field and on the defensive end of the field. Coleman, our backup goalie, hasn't been in a game yet at all. Now he's been in a college game. So it's if we need him down the road, it's not a new experience for him. So you got to put your toe in there and get it wet for the first time. So now he's got that. We had a lot of other players who got some of their first experience. We had some guys who scored their first college goal, got their first assists, and those things are very confident building. Yesterday at practice, we got that bottom half of the roster was doing a great job. I mean, to boost their confidence up, and they went out and that momentum rolled into practice yesterday. So they're working hard. They're seeing the fruits of their labor pay off, and it keeps the program excited. And one reason why we've gotten to become a better team is because we now have depth of talent, and those younger guys are excited about what they're doing. They understand their role. They're working on increasing their role to our team, and committed to that, because you never know when the bell's going to ring. When an injury occurs and a turnaround and call your name, you got to be ready, and they understand that. So it's that game was a real good experience game for everybody.
All right. So, where has the greater impact from your seniors been? Since you seem to have quite a young roster. Last time I checked, you had 20 freshmen out of your 48 total players. Is it what they do in the field, or is it like more in the locker room?
Our seniors, well, we brought in a large freshman class this past year because we're going to graduate the largest senior class we've ever had here. I think we have 12 seniors on the team. Most of them are major players. So we're going to, you talk about young, we're going to be really young next year when a lot of those freshmen are sophomores, and now they're playing. They're starting as sophomores. So, most of our, we have a freshman in the goal. But other than that, we have, most of our positions have experienced seniors who've been around the block a couple of times and be able to handle the pressure and handle the opportunities we have there. So that was a strong class we had to bring in to prepare for our future. And like I said, some are contributing right away, so we're taking advantage of that. We are playing a few of those younger freshmen. Some of the guys are developing their game, developing their skills. But I think with our starters out there, we're putting a good mixture of seniors and younger guys out there. And that's been very key to our success as well. We have guys who have that experience and have that leadership skill. So whether they get in the locker room, off the field, so I practice on the field and in game situations.
All right, so last question for you. Your next game is tomorrow, and you host conference foe Elizabethtown.
Mm-hmm.
What's your main concern going into the game, and how do you plan on stopping them and getting away with a W?
Well, they're a very good team. They ran the table last year. They were the first seeded team last year, beating everyone. They were the only team in conference that we lost to. They did not win the conference championship. They got upset in the conference playoffs. But they're a very good team. They returned a lot of players, and I think they might have been preseason ranked to win our conference again this year. We were preseason ranked to come in fifth. So that they brought a lot of good. They have a great attackman, maybe the best attackman in the conference. Returner is very good. They have a good goalie who's I think a junior, more experienced guy, and of course we have the freshman out there in Dylan, and they have experience all over the field. So it should be a real good challenge for us. We're going to hold our breath and get some white knuckles and grit our teeth and play hard and see what we have a lot of kids with a lot of character out there, and we're going to play big, strong, confident, and put our dukes up and have a good battle there. We lost in a 2-0 game last year. I expect tomorrow to be a 2-goal game. I don't know who's going to win. Maybe it's us, maybe it's them. But that's what's great about our conference. We have a lot of parity in our conference, a lot of good teams, and it should be a very, very exciting game.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for coming down, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.